Hey guys, this is Rich from Richmond Gaming and welcome back to our second part of our top 13 characters you can take outside of affiliation. In the previous video, which you can find here or here, wherever it ends up, you can see the countdown from 13 to 6, and in this video we're going to cover off the top 5. So let's jump straight into it. And be sure to watch until the very end of the video where you'll find details on how to enter our big giveaway for the month of June. Into the top 5 now, and slipping down a few places of late, as I personally think she was top 1 or 2 until quite recently. It's the first of 2 Wakandans on our list, Shuri. She's another one of these characters that at first glance may not seem all that impressive. And yes, her 4-cost 7 dice Cosmic Crush is going to dish out staggers, but you're generally not going to want to be within range 2 of any enemies with Shuri. So what she brings to the table is 2 things. Rerolls, allowing her to spend up to 3 power for allies within range 4 to reroll that many dice, and control. Her Panther Gauntlets builder is a range 5 6 dice energy attack that can only ever deal 1 damage, but has a guaranteed power for Shuri and a guaranteed push. You will often see players using Shuri to take a back point, activating her last, and then using 2 lots of Panther Gauntlets to move 1 or 2 enemy characters from objective tokens, which can cause a huge swing in victory points at the end of a round. Even though she's slipped down the pecking order of late, I think she's still a great 3-threat addition to any roster. At number 4 is another female Asgardian and the second on our list, Valkyrie. 6 health and 3s across the board. Her stats are nothing to shout about, but it's her ability to deal damage that sets her apart from her 3-threat counterparts. Gaining the extra power from Asgardian means she has enough power round 1 to perform charge, allowing her to get up the board and into the mix, which is exactly where she wants to be. Asgardian Might allows her to throw a size 2 terrain or enemy short, and whilst her builder is a pretty standard 5 dice strike, it's the 7 dice Dragon Fang coupled with Warrior of Legend that really allows her to deal out some damage. Some great turn 1 plays, a throw, big damage output make Valkyrie a fantastic addition to most rosters. Into the top 3 now, and it's the second and final of our Wakandans, the General of the Dora Milaje, Okoye. 2 threat, 4 health and 3s across the board for defense. At first glance, especially to newer players, Okoye may not seem like all that much, but it's her bodyguard feature, coupled with martial artist, adding blanks to her defense rolls, that really make this 2 threat cost worthwhile. She-Hulk has moved up the board and targeted your MODOK with a 9 dice defense rest attack. Not a problem. Let the 2 threat Okoye take the hit for him, making sure that MODOK lives another round. Well worth the cost, and much harder to daze or KO than her stats would lead you to believe. There is a reason she's taken by over 60% of players in Season 5 of the TTS League. She's a great addition to any roster. And now for the top 2. Just been pipped to the top spot on my list is the last of our Asgardians, Amora, also known as Enchantress. Well, where do we start? 4 threat, 6 health, 2/2/5 for defense. She looks like a bit of a glass cannon. That is until you get to her enchanting ability, which forces players to spend 2 power. Otherwise, she can use her 5 mystic defense regardless of the type of attack. Spurned Affection is a range 3 5 dice energy builder that saps power and gives her a guaranteed power after every attack, but her Spender Enthrall can really dish out the damage. Range 3 7 dice mystic attack is really going to ruin your opponent's day, and especially so if you're lucky enough to roll 3 wilds and apply the slow, stun and stagger conditions on them. Hell Hath No Fury is a pretty standard 3-cost size 2 terrain thrower, and Siren's Call allows you to advance an enemy small, but the standout superpower for her is Amora's Kiss. Has the Hulk walked up and found the single alien core in your game? Worried about doing 20 damage to the Hulk and increasing his own abilities in the process? Well, Enchantress has the answer. Walk up, spend 3 power, and give the Hulk a little kiss on the cheek. The sun's getting real low. and take that asset or civilian token from him. Being Asgardian, she generates an additional power per turn, making it that much easier to generate that power to spend on all of those superpowers she has at her disposal. And for me, is one of the, if not the best 4-threat character in the entire game. Take her, she will deliver, you won't be disappointed. Now, onto the number 1 spot. Give this video a pause for a little second, and why don't you head down to the comment section and let me know who you think it's going to be, or who you think it should be. Are we ready? We done? Okay, let's get into it. For me, this character has knocked Modok off the top spot for dishing out the damage. But not only that, she brings along with her some of the best character tactics cards in the game at the moment. It's the Scarlet Witch. Just looking at her builder alone sets the tone for what you're going to get from playing the Scarlet Witch. A range 4, 6 dice mystic attack that not only generates power equal to damage dealt, but allows her to convert each failure she rolls into one of 4 conditions: bleed, hex, incinerate, or poison. And yes, it's 1 condition for each failure rolled, meaning if you roll 4 failures, you can apply all 4 condition tokens to that character. Oh, and being the chosen of Chthon means that she actually counts those failures as successes, giving her a 62.5% chance of a success with any dice roll. They are pretty good odds. Things only get worse for your enemy once she has built up enough power for her spender, Cruel Twist. Another mystic attack, this time range 3, 8 strength. This may not seem great at 6 cost until you read the full effects. This attack not only stops your enemy from exploding crits, but stops them from counting them altogether. And the reality contortion, allowing you to change one of your opponent's successful rolls to blanks, means you're going to be dishing out a lot of damage. But her abilities on the battle map don't stop with her attacks. Telekinesis gives her a size 4 medium terrain thrower. Curse allows her to dish out the judgment condition to anyone willing to try and do damage against her. And Hexfield, stopping all enemies within range 3, shaking the hex, judgment, or poison special conditions. Rounding out her package is then her 2 tactics cards, No More Mutants and Whims of Chaos. The latter allowing Wanda to spend any amount of power, and for each power spent, either removing a special condition or healing an allied character by 1, or placing the Hex, Root, or Incinerate condition on any enemy characters. No More Mutants, in my opinion, is one of the best tactics cards in the entire game, and it works in exactly the same way as Ebony Maw's Shush, just this time on a character that is actually useful. Costing 3 power, it allows her to target any enemy character within range 5 who is paying power to do a reactive or active superpower. She stops the power from having any effect, but the enemy has to still spend the power and is considered to have used it. So if it's something they can only use once per turn, they can't then use it again. Fantastic damage output, throws, great utility, fantastic tactics cards. I think Scarlet Witch is the best option right now if you're looking to bring a character outside of Affiliation. But as always, let me know what you guys think down in the comments section below. And don't forget that for the month of June, we are running our June giveaway, meaning that one lucky winner who is both subscribed to the channel and has commented on this or any other video in the month of June is in with a chance of winning a brand new character pack. And as always guys, it leaves me with just enough time to say stay well, keep safe, and until next time, bye for now.